Hey YouTube, great that you're here again today. This video I show a few sequences of a 5.5-hour flight I did with the president of our gliding club. That's why this flight is presidential. In our new Arcus-M that our club recently acquired. Here I show the takeoff roll with 2 people on board. You see the rate of climb actually goes up to 3 meters per second just leaving the runway, and during the climb a little bit away from ground it is between 2 and 2.5 meters per second, which I think is quite impressive for a 2-seater with the solo engine.
A few minutes later.
Also ich fange mit Abkühlverfahren ein. Ich kann auf 120 und dann dreht halt 104 durchschicken.
After the climb, I need to turn off the engine. Now, as this is a combustion engine which is warm, I need to cool it down first. The procedure in the Arcus is you go up to 120 kilometers an hour, you reduce the RPMs to about 4,000, and then you watch the control unit indicating the water temperature to go below 60 C. The moment that it gets below 60 C, you then turn off the ignition, you idle the throttle, and then hopefully the automatic system, when you get the right flying speed, which is then going back to 90 kilometers an hour, will allow the propeller to stop and start the retraction process, which in this case works great.
Okay, FRT automatisch, sieht gut aus. Ja. Ich mache eine Kurve über links. Den Headset abschalten. Okay, er ist drin. So, wir sind Segelflüger. Ja.
So after this we are now turned into a real glider, which is what we want. You see the mountain ahead where we will find our first lift of the day to continue climbing.
Felix, pauze je heugje. Sorry daar, kopverder. Felix, pauze je heugje.
Nu voor Ambri of 2 doen. Ambri, dan staan we back erin, dan zien we maar door gezien.
Affirmative.
Waar zijn die ja?
Scopie 3-2.
Earlier Felix had indicated he had a very good thermal at the Scopie. We couldn't find it, so we tried for about a minute and then decided to go back to the place where we had a good thermal earlier. We are right next to the Lukmanier Pass, which has a nice artificial lake, which you can see right here.
Daar is de andere vlieger. Hier kan ze der Wolken geradeaus. Das sieht nämlich gut aus. Hast du ein bisschen mal beim Scopie gesehen, hä?
Ja, ich habe nicht gewusst, wie er heisst, aber mit dem Motorflüger bin ich erst ein paar Mal.
Ja, ja.
Halbe 4.
Is het zo 3:30?
Ja.
Ja. Juhu! August, das muss da sein.
Wie heißt denn der Stausee?
Ich bin nicht sicher, ob das der von... Nee, ich weiß nicht, wie der heißt. Nein, ich weiß es nicht.
Given the time and the blue sky that we had further to the west, we decided that this was the furthest point in the flight, and from here we returned slowly back to the airfield in Mollis for landing. We had a fantastic flight with great thermals, and at the end we did a little bit over 300 kilometers, so this was a very, very nice day.
Sind wir da langsam Richtung Luftstraße? Oder was?
Ja, wir sind noch 200 Meter drunter, had ik gesagt. En we zijn... Jetzt sind wir bei Amri auf 3, 4 in dem Schluch, wo du gesagt hast. Sehr schön, wir kehren jetzt um. Es ist mir zu blau da vorne. Es wird richtig kalt da. Es ist da außen ist es -8.
Ist eine Anzeige?
Ja, ja. Jeder Flugzeug, das Wasser hat, da muss eine Anzeige haben. Also, gehen wir downwind. Gear down and locked. Klappen auf +2, dat is oké, wind is checked. Otto Bravo 2500, downwind, runway 01, gear is down and gear is locked.
As the Arcus is a fairly heavy two-seater, you have to land it at fairly high speed. 120 is for me a nice speed to land it at. It also has very, very effective air brakes, so you can actually make a nice steep descent, and you see that in a minute when we pass the hill on the way to final, when I make the turn here.
Ja, ja. Dat gaat alles weg. Als je omwelpen of bloos of negatief. Tak. That was it.
Ja, danke vielmals.
Ja, danke dir. Das ist super cool gewesen.
Ja.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave comments.